Allie, at this early part of the season, what's most important for the head coaches?
What's fascinating to me, Kevin, when you listen to coaches talk is whether you're a championship coach or a first-year coach, one of the biggest things you have to do is figure out your rotations.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. We've got Zachary Riesenshay, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Trae Young. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Johnson in at the 3.
Boy, when you talk about rhythm scorer, the first guy or one of the first guys to come to mind is Cam Thomas. Very difficult to slow him down when he gets on a heater.
Here's Johnson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Here's Demon. Claxton a screen on Young to the inside. The shot's good from Claxton.
If you look at a shot chart of Nick Claxton, it's going to be painted heavy right there.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Young with no one around. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Thomas. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Taking a look at Boston, they ascend up the list to number 3 with some spirited play.
And I think for the Hawks, they've really come together. You can see the confidence in their body language, playing with that sustained focus. That's why they're leading this division.
Here's Young. Driving to the basket. 6 to shoot. Johnson for 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Outside Porter. That's to Claxton. Thomas deciding where to go with it. Shoots over Alexander Walker. Rebound by the Hawks.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
You know, Doris, whenever Cam Thomas hits the ball, you expect him to shoot it.
You do, Kevin. There's certain guys in the league that always have the green light, and Cam Thomas, one of those guys. This guy legitimately, on a nightly basis, can put up huge scoring numbers.
Claxton with it, covered by Okongwu. Claxton the pass to Porter. Back to Claxton. Nets passing it around. Over to the wing. Sharp with this screen on Young. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. Number 5, the Hawks.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Zaire Williams, he's checked in for the Nets. Riesenshay with it. He's guarded by Williams. And it's Riesenshay missing. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, Jordy Fernandez and I got a chance to talk for a bit. The developing game of Trae Young is something that Coach discussed with his players. Coach said he's been one of the league's assist leaders. Don't get so consumed trying to stop him that you give him the easy passes inside. They know the danger that Young possesses. We'll see if they can contain him here. Back over to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks. Now, here is Young. 23 points his last outing. No good on the 3. They've been looking at a sink offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Williams. Now, here's Porter. Williams with the ball. Still scoreless. Here's Claxton, and he banks in the lane.
Well, this is exactly what the team needs and is hoping for from Claxton. Get to the window, convert your second chance opportunity.
Okongwu a screen. Shot's good from Young. Young's got 5 now.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And for Atlanta, they come in off a good outing against the Bulls.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Well, how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
The Hawks leading by 3. Johnson in the corner. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Boy, it is early to pick up that second foul. Now you have to navigate how you want to defend.
Newell, he's checked in for Okongwu. And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And the Hawks making a change here. Gaze checked in. It's Porter atop the key. Pass to Demon. Here's Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. It's Claxton high post. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, the athleticism on display. Nick Claxton makes these throwdowns look easy.
Young, a screen on Williams. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Young looking it over. Pass to Newell. Shot clock at 6. They set the pick. The 3. Young's shot is off. Nets trail by 3. Inside. Here's Porter. That's good. That's Thomas picking up the assist.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, the Nets trading this summer for Michael Porter Jr. And after playing a complimentary role in Denver with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, he now becomes a focal point. He said he's not really a big city guy with all the traffic, but listen, he can expect plenty of crowding every time he touches the ball.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. Hey, Shams, thank you very much. That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Johnson, the pass to Young. Sinks the three-pointer. Young's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Hawks. Brooklyn's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Steps back. Right side, Thomas. Claxton a screen on Young. Pass to Claxton. Newell pulls it in.
Sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
Left side, Williams. From deep. Demon, that's good. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Nets.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
For Atlanta, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Young against Williams. Here's Newell. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And a nice Nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Buffkin's checked in. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Krejci's checked in. Back to Porter. From past the arc. The shot, no good.
Been a tough stretch for this guy right now. Looking a little out of sorts.
Pass to Young. Here's Newell. Back to Young. Here's Gay. Misses the three. Brooklyn trailing. Outside Thomas. To the paint. Here's Porter. That one falls. Coming off of Thomas's feet. Porter's got 6.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Down low. Gay takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And so, Cody Fernandez decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. On the wing, Williams. The Nets working the ball around now. Buffkin, no good. Hawks have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. And it's Porter with the ball for Brooklyn. They trail by 1. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Here's Gay. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Chicago. Young's shot is off. Right side, Porter. Pass to Buffkin. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter of the game.
What a play by Young. Out of that pick and roll, does a great job with his decision making.
Nets trail by 3. Here's Buffkin. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Houston. It's Thomas on the wing. Defended by Alexander Walker. It's 2-on-1. It's Young on the wing. He's got 8. There's the drive. Count that one. Now it's a 5-point Hawks lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
It's Thomas on the wing. Defended by Alexander Walker. Clock at 6. Thomas kicks to Williams. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got 3 assists in the game.
Well, you give him that much space, he's going to look like an elite shooter. There's
a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Pass to Krejci. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Porter dishes to Thomas. Lets it go from deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for the Hawks guys, what stands out to you, Stenswan?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
You know, Greg, talking about Cam Thomas now, what are some things you'd like to see him improve on?
Well, I'd say defense first and foremost. If he's able to improve there as well as his passing and playmaking, watch out. He's already an incredible scorer.
We've got Zaire Williams, and it's Wolf at the center position. So that's the Nets 5. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, guys. The Hawks star Trae Young and Coach Quinn Snyder are both very close. Young said that's the type of relationship we have. It's not forced, it's just genuine. We both want to see each other succeed, and we know we need each other and everybody else around us. Back over to you.
A good partnership. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. And the Hawks with possession here after the basket by Brooklyn. Back to Okongwu. Pass to Krejci from downtown. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Some shooters might overthink a wide-open shot. Not this guy.
Foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Now, man. Here's Clowney. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Clowney's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Wallace outside. Pass to Okongwu. Here's Krejci. Shot clock at 5. Here's Okongwu. With the clock's winding down, and Okongwu slams it in.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
The Hawks leading by 3. To the middle, it's deflected. Back to Wallace. Takes it inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top 4 generals of all time. The guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow, if we're talking traditional point guards, I gotta go Magic. Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
Atlanta's gone 1 or 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Over to the left wing. To the wing on the left. And Okongwu has it in the corner. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Williams with a clean look. Buries the long-range jumper. Williams has got 6 points.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Pass to Krejci. Inside. Gay takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Sharp with a screen on Wallace. And here's Porter, covered by Okongwu. From the arc, it's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Mann.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And checking out some stats for Porter, he had a strong showing last season. Averaged 18 points per, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And it's nice to be able to bring someone with his defensive skill set off the bench.
I think, in fact, to win a championship, you usually need a guy like this on your roster.
Now here's Wallace. Scoreless thus far. Okongwu with the screen for Wallace. Down low. And Okongwu slams it in.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
And GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of their starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
Pass to Gay. And here is Wallace. Now Okongwu. Here's Gay. Brooklyn with the rebound. Porter's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Demon. He had 16 points in the win against Houston.
And he was aggressive in how he played on the defensive side of the floor, notching 3 steals on the game.
That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Claxton.
Oh, how about the dime? You love that unselfishness.
Wallace looking for an opening. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 3.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Pass to Claxton. Now here's Porter. Back to Claxton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And Claxton throws it down.
Claxton, an elite finisher at the rim. That is nicely done.
And here is Wallace. Claxton with the steal. Left side, Porter. Pass to Demon. Here's Claxton. Outside, Porter. Here's Demon. Wallace covering. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's what the Atlanta Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll go up against Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers. Then on Sunday, they'll take on Evan Mobley and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for that Raptors game, it will be the 9th bit of action for them during this young season. Every game a step closer to the finish line.
Here's Newell. Off target at the rim.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Porter. Banked in off the glass. Porter's got 8 points. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
Wow, back in 4th start, that's for sure.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Demon, that's good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded by Thomas. Alexander Walker passes to Young. Okongwu a screen. Young with the ball. Picked up by Claxton.
Love rim protection from Nick Claxton. That is a big-time block.
Newell, he's checked in for the Hawks. 6 to shoot. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. No good from outside. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Oh, and the jam by Sharp.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane jump ball.
Now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. The Hawks trail by 6. Young outside. And there's the drive. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And this guy can light up the night with his scoring. Hard for the defense to contain Young.
It's Thomas on the wing, defended by Alexander Walker. To the paint, here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
Listen, at this point, keep feeding Nick Claxton because right now his confidence is surging.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. 6-point game. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. We're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Now here's Thomas. After the miss from Trae Young. Here's Claxton. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And such a valuable guy to this team's rotation, Doris. Nick Claxton is important.
You know, Kev, I'll tell you one thing. This guy brings a ton of energy. He's willing to battle for loose balls, for rebounds. On the defensive end, you know he can make an impact. There's incredible length. And I still think a ceiling that he can get to.
Now, here is Young. He's got 12.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Outside Thomas. Pass to Porter. Let Trae. Atlanta with the rebound. Johnson surveying the floor. Young left side. Johnson sets the screen for Young. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Man, you lay that pass out there just like a great quarterback. Let your teammate run to it.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Outside Thomas. The Nets working the ball around now. Outside Porter. Outside Thomas. Fires the 3. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. The kick out to Young. Pass to Newell. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. The Nets with the lead. Here's Thomas. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. Just misread that pass completely.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Johnson, the pass to Young. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Pass to Demon. With 1 on the clock. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nets lead by 2. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
I'm joined now by Coach Quinn Snyder, and they were giving you some trouble in transition. How do you slow them down?
Well, I think we had a couple early where we were in good positions. We just didn't make the right read, and that's the biggest thing. But more than anything, whether it's a make or a miss or a turnover, we just got to really sprint back and beat her.
Thank you, Allie, for that. And, folks, we'll be back with you after this short halftime break. So don't go away.
Welcome to the half, as we first take a quick glance at the injury report from around the league. And just for a moment here, I was wondering, if you guys were playing in the league today, which current player would you most... And let's discuss the first half. So far, Atlanta's in a close one.
Chucking up all those threes is clearly not working for them. They need to bounce.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been quite a game for Nick Claxton.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Newell out there with Rizeshe. Then it's Trae Young. Then it's Johnson. And it's Alexander Walker in at the shooting guard position. Claxton finds Sharp. Outside Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Demon. Off target from outside. Demon's gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33% to the inside. Young. Johnson dishes to Young. Back to Johnson. It's blocked. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Good on the triple. Porter's got 11 points.
And to create space, Porter has dribble sequences that really fit him perfectly.
Young pass to Johnson. Inside. Power down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
If a teammate's open in the painted area, you give him the basketball. Those are high-quality shots.
Outside Thomas. Now, here's Sharp. Guarded by Rizeshe. And it's Sharp missing. The Hawks trailing. You know, Greg, you could argue the Nets kind of overachieved last season under first-year head coach Jordy Fernandez.
Yeah, only the 6th worst record last season. The defense was halfway decent, but they understand some patience is required in a rebuild.
Up top, Claxton. Pass to Demon. Tries a 3. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. That bucket in no time at all. 5 points in the game.
These kinds of defensive breakdowns drive coaches crazy.
Here's Demon. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 4 assists now tonight.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Rizeshe with the steal. Now Young. He's got 14. Pass to Newell. Shot clock at 6. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Igor Demon.
And something you like about Young is how he forces an opponent's hand. He makes you adapt and not the other way around.
Now Sharp. They set the pick. Pass to Porter. Lets the 3 fly. That shot is off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Young dishes to Johnson. And it's good off the glass. Johnson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Hawks.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Claxton the pass to Porter. Just 5 to shoot. Brooklyn needs to get off the shot here. And Claxton throws it down.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Sharp against Young. Pass to Newell. Back to Young. There's the screen. Down low. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Young.
And checking out the numbers for Young. Last season, he played outstanding. Last year, averaging 24 points per, 11 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
Outside Thomas. Takes a three. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Young. Up and in on the layup. Young's got 17 now.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Porter. Claxton a screen on Johnson. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. Good for basket number 6 for him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
And out of the pick and roll, Porter showing great coordination, fluidity, and versatility.
Johnson sets the screen for Young. It's hauled in by Claxton.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And that one's good by Porter.
And the size Porter Jr. has helps him on those physical takes. Great work inside there.
To the middle, Young finds Rizichet. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. And the Hawks lead by 4. The Nets have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Outside Thomas. Pass to Porter. Shoots over Rizichet. Porter can't get that one to fall.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Yeah, if you give Rizichet a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
Now Claxton. And here's Porter. 8 for 15 with that big basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Here's Young. The rebound by Demon. Nets trail by 4. Shoots a 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Okongwu's now got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Rizichet. And he's good on the 3 ball. Rizichet's got the lead up to 7 now for Atlanta.
He's got a nose for the bucket. Rizichet ready to go once he got it.
Claxton the pass to Porter. Now here's Thomas. Atlanta with the rebound. Okongwu's now got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Boy, this has not been his night. The effort's certainly there, but he looks disjointed.
Porter against Young. To the right side. Rizichet wide open. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Demon. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Hawks leading by 9. Here's the screen. Pass to Rizichet. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now, here's Thomas. Defended by Alexander Walker. Now, Claxton. Now, Porter. Covered by Johnson. Here's Demon. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Demon's got 10 points in the game. And it's the Hawks' ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. After Rizichet. Connects from three-point range. And the Hawks lead by 13.
Boy, the halftime break, I don't know what they gave him to drink back there, but he is pouring it on right now.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Here's Okongwu. Johnson finds Young. Now Rizichet. That one, no good. Good defense by Claxton. Pass to Thomas. Sharp with a screen on Young. Here's Thomas. There's the 3. They get it back. Sharp. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Sharp's got it back down to single digits for Brooklyn.
Well, this guy's job is to crash the offensive glass, and he does it at a high level.
Picked his pocket. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. It's good on the putback. Sharp's got 4 this quarter.
The hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
And now Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks. Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect in his high school class, and he said, growing up, basketball was easy for me. It was like, say, going up an elevator. But after my injuries, it's like climbing the stairs. It's like I'm walking in my purpose through this. More than if everything had just been smooth. Guys?
Thank you, Allie. Outside Thomas. There's the triple. Okongwu grabs the board.
And I don't know if he needs a rest in this quarter or what, but he needs something to get off the side.
And the basket by Johnson.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Nets trail by 10. Pass to Claxton. And here's Porter, covered by Johnson. Here's Demon. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Demon's got 13.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Well, we should say does a nice job of drawing the contact on his way up now. A chance at the line.
Riza-Shays hit them both. 19 seconds left to play in the third. Here's the 3. Rebound by the Hawks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Wallace left side. Back to Riza-Shay. And that one released in time, but no good. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Hawks on top, leading by 9. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Porter is out there with Williams. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Pumpkin in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Here's Krejci, defended by Mann.
That's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Bounce pass for Williams. Here's Clowney. The rebound by Enjoy.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Nets trail by 11. Outside Porter. And again, it's the Nets missing. The Hawks shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. There's a good screen.
Blocking foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Atlanta making a switch here. Gay's checked in. Now here's Wallace. With the drive, here's Djorcic. His three-pointers off the mark. Outside Porter. Pass to Mann. Back to Porter. Foul.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Buffkin. Outside Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Mann. That 3 off the mark.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Wallace, the pass to Krejci. To the paint, here's Njai, and he slams it one-handed.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Inside, here's Clowney. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. The Hawks leading by 11. Wallace with the ball. It's tipped. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. And that one's good by Porter.
So smooth pulling up there off the dribble. Porter terrific at being unpredictable and knowing when to take that shot.
Wallace outside. To the middle. To the inside. Here's Gay. He's guarded by Williams. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. It will go down, and the Hawks lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Porter.
And we are seeing the makings of a masterpiece here, guys, from Porter. A threat to score from anywhere within the half court.
They set the screen, and they call an illegal screen.
Just a sloppy quarter of basketball. The turnovers now becoming an issue.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Buffkin, defended by Young. Pass to Porter, takes the 3. Rebound by Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 for that department.
Looking like your classic wing. Zachary Ricochet is 6'8", long, and can hit threes. A real modern swingman.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Thomas, no good.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
Okongwu kicks to Young. He takes it in, makes it off the glass. Young's got 19 points.
At his best when attacking the rim. Young not settling for a jumper, putting the onus on the D.
Pass to Sharp. And here's Porter. Here's Demon. Just 5 on the clock. And the Nets miss again. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Ricochet. Lays it up and banks it in. And now an 11-point Atlanta lead.
You know, you have to like that he's still getting quality touches and delivering now after getting blanked in the first half.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Wade, we've had a couple of NBA Cups in the book already. What have you thought of it so far?
A little added excitement and interest early in the regular season, and I'm all for it. Between that and the play-in, I think the NBA's done a great job to kind of make every part of the calendar relevant.
Here's Young. And the shot falls short this time. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
And finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
And here's Young. Pass to Okongwu. Alexander Walker on the wing. The Hawks working the ball around. Young pass to Johnson. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Nets trail by 9. Here's Demon. And stolen by Okongwu. 3-on-3. Here's Ricochet. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got 5 rebounds tonight. Out to the wing. Pass to Claxton. Good for his 9th make and just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
To me, he's just playing smart, efficient basketball, really helping his team hang around this one.
Well, after knocking down a couple in the first half, that's his first triple here in the second.
On the wing, Porter. Pass to Demon. Three-pointer on the way.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Johnson, guarded by Porter. Now Young. From deep. Another 3 for Atlanta.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
It's Thomas on the wing. Pass to Claxton. Here's Demon. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now, here is Young. T right on him. Fires from deep. Cans it from downtown. And the Hawks lead by 16.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Back to Porter. Pass to Thomas. Looking to end the run. Rebound by Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Young from outside. It misses. Net shooting 43% for the floor. Now Claxton. Now Porter. Here's Claxton. Oh, the dunk!
I'll tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Now Johnson. Young outside. Okongwu with the screen for Young. Now Okongwu. The response. Slamming it home.
Creating easier opportunities for your guys to score. That is good offense.
Here's Sharp. Now Claxton. Porter with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. And stolen by Okongwu. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. Okongwu with the screen for Young. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Young's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And that's in there.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
So, GA, between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game formats, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Hawks.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3. It just seemed to pay off for him.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Trae Young.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Here's Young. Okongwu a screen. And another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches. Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And here's Young from the arc. Misses the shot. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, standing by with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Well, Trae, leadership is such a key part of the point guard position.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So, for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, saying thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.